All right, welcome.
Are we live?
We are.
Ooh, good morning.
Toad Hall Morning Show.
We haven't started streaming on our end yet, so we don't know what our pictures are going on here.
Yeah, it'll happen. Welcome back to the morning show.
Oh, yeah.
We're excited to have you. We finally got the record store day list. We're going to kind of go over the highlights of it.
Oh, Nick's got some money for it. I see money over there.
It just so happens that Annette, you hit one of the squares, and you are the grand prize winner on our Works Pool Squares.
Nobody told me.
$100.
Look at that, baby. This is all legal.
Oh, it's 100% legal.
I thought I had 2-0. And
Annette had the right final score.
And I didn't watch the game. I was binging on a Netflix series, so I'm like, I'm not even going to look.
I wanted to surprise her live on the show. 100 buckaroonies.
That's awesome. Can a gift card be used both on? There are two different versions. There's a physical card which can be ordered and mailed to somebody.
Yep.
And then we also have a digital card.
So, like, if you have a friend that lives in California and you know they're not going to be able to physically come in the store, you can buy the digital gift card and email it to them, and then they can spend that on our website.
Right. Now, question though, and I don't know the answer to this. If somebody does buy a physical gift card, are they able to use that on the website by keying in the numbers on the card? So it
they
does
will have to
be
call
a digital.
us. Yes.
Okay.
If they want it, they'll have to call us, and we'll have to run it through over the phone. So they are two separate systems.
So yeah, depending on your situation, you can always give us a call and we can try to figure out.
If you think you're going to use it in the store, buy the physical. If you think you're going to use it on the website, buy the digital.
Absolutely. So we got good stuff to talk about today?
Well, I mean, everyone's talking about the Super Bowl, the halftime show, the record store day list.
I've looked at the record store day once, and so this will be interesting to me as well. When I did glance through it, I did just a quick skim over. So, yeah, I don't even know what Twitch is. I'm that old.
So today's our first day officially on Twitch.
I guess I'm going to have to go to the internet and look up Twitch and see what it really is. I know this is a Twitch to me, you know. Good, we answered your question. Thank you.
We are going to. I also have the want list form for Record Store Day up. The deadline is the 13th, so you got just 2 days left. I'm going to put that in the chat because I know we got some people in here.
Oh, that's a good idea. The volume is low.
The volume is low. We'll get Matt on.
Are there any adjustments on this mic or?
He's going to get it. I'm going to pull it maybe a little closer to us. There we go. How's that?
Testing, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, test. Is that any better?
So here is the form for the Google Docs to.
Derek says we sound good.
That will tell us what you guys are looking for Record Store Day. We've already had over 100 people fill it out. 116 responses already.
Do you have any of the responses or the outcomes of the? Oh, there you go.
Number one so far, which isn't surprise, Taylor Swift. Not surprising.
Oh my gosh, there's a surprise.
Charlie XCX, number 2. Stone Temple Pilots, number 3. Yes. Talking Heads. Grateful Dead. Rage Against the Machine. The Post Malone. I've had more people text, call, and email about that.
I had something at home I was going to bring for the show today. I forgot it.
Next week. Judas Priest, Warren Zevon, Oasis, Doors. But please fill that out. It affects how many of each title we get. So if you vote, we have a better chance of having it for you here on the day.
And just a note on that, if you are not on our email list, pop us your email, and I think we can add it to the mailing list, or probably, is there a way that you can individually send these to somebody?
Yeah, I could probably individually send them too.
Okay.
It's we sent this via our newsletter last week, so a bunch of people already got it in their email. We're going to do a lot of things with email coming up. That's one of my projects we kind of got going on, is trying to clean that up and start showing all the new stuff we get in and new stuff on the website through email. More of the projects we got going on here. But anyway, short thing, long story short, fill out this form. Please fill out the Google Docs form for Record Store Day. It helps us a lot.
Yeah, because orders have to be in probably next week, maybe.
The 19th is when they're due, but we'll put them in on the 16th, 17th. So yeah, we'll be. The 19th is the absolute deadline for all the stores. So you got to make your voices heard now, or forever hold your peace.
I might embarrass myself today on the show.
What do you got?
I'm not going to tell you until it happens.
Okay.
All right, so let's hop over to. Let's just do our word of the day today. I found another part of the website that I was using, so I know everybody knows this word, but I kind of like saying it. Fugazi.
The band?
No, it means a fake or a phony.
Oh, okay.
Or BS.
Okay.
If you need to know what that means, call me at the store and I'll let you know what that stands for. So it means fake, phony, BS, or messed up. So yeah, that was my word for today. National days, we have, what do we have here? Let me get back at the top of my screen. Oh, it is National Guitar Day and National Get Your Guitar Out today. So if anybody out there's a guitar player, rock on, baby, rock on. National Emergency Number Day, which differs from country to country.
Does it? Not every country uses 911?
No, like European countries, I believe, are 999.
Oh,
If I'm not
I guess
mistaken.
that kind of makes sense too.
National Latte Day. That sounds really, really good today with it being a little chilly in here. Burt Reynolds' birthday.
Oh, rest in peace, Bert.
That's right.
Big Bert.
And Jennifer Aniston's birthday. So those are Thomas Edison's birthday. Man, if it wasn't for him, you
Where
wouldn't
would
be
we
able
be?
to see our shining faces this morning.
We wouldn't even have recorded music.
No, you're right. That's a big one.
Well, someone probably would have invented it at some point.
Birthdays today, Sheryl Crow, born in 1962. Brandy in 1979. She's, Brandy, she played Moesha, and I can't remember what show that was, but she did the song The Boy Is Mine. Khalid. Yeah, that song.
Yeah, I remember the 90s.
Khalid, born in 1998.
DJ Khalid? Or
And-
is that Khalid the rapper guy?
Khalid, the rapper guy.
Oh, yeah.
And the big one today is Bee-Bop-A-Lula, she's my baby. Gene Vincent.
Oh, Annette, we got Annette singing. It only took 3
I don't know.
years.
I don't know if that was singing. It was more probably like cat scratching. But
Gene Vincent's
yeah,
birthday?
born in 1935, died in 1971.
Speaking of crazy old guys that are still singing, did you see that who was announced for Rockford?
No,
Frankie Valli's coming to the Hard Rock.
wasn't he just at Coronado?
I don't know. How old is Frankie Valli? Can we look that
Oh,
up?
that's the question of the day.
How old is Frankie Valli? Don't look it up. You guys just put your guesses in the chat. You
Yeah.
can, Matt, you look it up. You let me know.
The one I am excited about is Joni Mitchell.
So yeah, we got. By the way, we have been getting slammed with incoming, and I mean,
Yes, we have.
and it's unusual because it's pretty much all been good.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the mass majority of it has been nice stuff. I mean, it's been decent gear, but it's been like I've gotten a lot of good records. I mean, some of it's like common classic rock stuff, but it's still good stuff.
Is he is 90, or is that your guess of how old he is? Here's a hint for Frankie Valli, old. Oh, well,
You're
just
you're
ruined
supposed
it. You're
to
supposed
guess.
to guess, not tell us.
It'd be 91 later this year, so
And that's insane.
it is.
Take a break. Take a break, Frankie. Go on vacation.
This is probably vacation for him.
Oh, so let's see. Events in music today.
What do you got?
So in 1983, Weird Al records Ricky and Buckingham Blues to complete his debut LP at Scotty Brothers Studio in Santa Monica, California. Now, yesterday when I came in, I happened to see this stack of cassettes sitting on the counter behind me.
Yep.
They are all Weird Al cassettes. They are not priced yet because apparently there's one that has some good value. But if you know anybody that might be interested in a 1, 2, 3, and 7 Weird Al cassettes, we've got them.
The
Here
Running
at
with
Total
Scissors
Hall.
one's worth like $60 or $70 on its own.
Wow.
So yeah, we're gonna put together a Weird Al cassette lot, but
Unless somebody calls before we get it
Yeah.
ready to go on eBay. Otherwise, it will be going on eBay.
yeah, but yeah, you don't get a lot of Weird Al Weird Al's kind of hard to find. They don't really reissue it.
It'll probably be reissued for Record Store Day this November. Now that you said that,
That'd be great because we could use it. There's a lot of Weird Al we could use.
you know what they've been putting out, like the Pauly Shore, and then they do a Steve Martin or a Steve Martin on this list.
They did Steve Martin.
Steve
They did
Martin.
King Tut last time.
Yeah, so they might as well do Weird Al.
They should. Weird Al.
Was that
sells.
Osaka Pop on a Record Store Day?
They
though?
did do an Osaka Pop, but it was an EP. It was just
Yeah.
like a 4-song EP. That was the last Weird Al release we've had.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if it has something to do with the songs, like because they have to license them to he's got to pay the artist a fee, I believe. So I don't know. I don't know how that all works.
I know there's Weird Al fans out there because we get people
absolutely.
asking for. Sometimes we get the CDs in, sometimes we get the vinyl in, and
They all sell.
now we have cassettes.
They all sell.
Yes, they do. Someone will want those cassettes, absolutely. So, like I said, if they don't sell in store or by anybody watching this, we're gonna do a lot of it and put it on eBay. But if you know anybody that might want them before we do get to that
Yeah,
point,
well-
call and let us know.
Yeah, we'll take care
Because
of it.
number one, it will be a little bit cheaper probably.
Yep. Annette didn't watch the Super Bowl,
Nope, not a minute of it.
but the halftime show certainly made a lot of noise.
I didn't see any of it. I've just read stuff on it,
And
so
You know,
I have
there's
no opinion.
everybody has their own opinion. You ask 100 people, you're going to get 100 different opinions, like so many things. But the Drake and the Kendrick Lamar feud really fueled this thing.
Hey, Ray. Hey, have things quieted down?
Yeah, I want to know, Ray, our usual viewer, lives in New Orleans, works right by the Superdome. They got that thing all cleaned up down there, bud. Anyway, the feud was crazy. So many hidden meanings in that new Kendrick Lamar record, just dissing on Drake. They have this large feud going on, which is kind of reminds me of the East Coast West Coast rap thing we had back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And people ended up getting shot. But it must work as a publicity stunt. Obviously, I don't think that he hates them as a publicity stunt. I think he actually genuinely doesn't like Drake. But
That happens.
and that happens. But we sold out of all our GNXs yesterday.
Yeah.
I was gone, and they're all gone. We sold every record we had.
Oh, Frank,
So-
I wonder if that... I saw... He was in Rockford. Oh, I have to always base everything on when my son was born, so it was pre-1989. But I don't remember. I think it was pre-89, or it was somewhere in the late 80s, early 90s that he was in Rockford. I have his autograph,
Whoa.
but because... Remember the strip bar in East State Street, the A-frame building? It wasn't a strip joint
Checkers?
at that time. No, it wasn't Checkers. I can't remember.
Whatever.
But he ended up going there after the show, and I was there. So I think it's still at my son's dad's house.
That's
and,
funny.
yeah, so I've got it somewhere.
Huh. Little fun fact.
Yeah.
So yeah, what'd you guys think of the halftime show? What'd you guys think of the game? If you're a Chiefs fan like Annette, hopefully you just didn't watch it. But hey, whatever.
Well, I was actually surprised when I did see the final score to see that they actually
Lost.
did get some moves,
Yeah.
some plays, and some score. I think it was halftime, and I just checked my phone to see what the score was. I'm like, oh man.
Oh, that's not good.
And then when I saw the end, I'm like, well, at least they did a little work.
At least they got the right number of points for Annette to win the squares.
Yeah, so that's even better. I'll take that any day.
So moving on, we got a bunch of good trade-ins we're going to talk about. Matt has priced a bunch of good used records. We got a bunch of newer stuff in. What do you think of this record store day list? First impressions.
I can't really say because I only skimmed over it and I did not pay a lot of attention to it. So
I think it's pretty par for the course. I think there's a lot of really strong titles on here. It's interesting because, 5-10 years ago, it was The Doors, and it was The Grateful Dead, and it was, Van Halen. Those were the top voted or most desired titles for Record Store Day. Well, looking at
I see Hepcat on here.
my votes, the women have taken over Record Store Day as well.
Well, didn't we talk about that last week about how they've been charting and
We did.
are
and they are, and obviously when Taylor has a record store day title, it's way bigger.
It's chaos.
It's way more chaos in the store than it would be without her. And it's not just her. It's going to be Leve. Leve's got a record coming out.
Oh, she does.
And you got all the women are coming out. So you guys are going to have to tough it out against a large young female crowd for these releases.
So apparently,
they don't mess around. They're going to be out here early. They don't care if it's cold. They're going to tough it out. They're going to get those Swifties are getting those records by any means necessary.
Absolutely.
And we will be here for it.
And hopefully we'll get a lot of them, but it still won't probably make it through the line.
I'm going to order 100 of them.
But that's fine. But
we'll see what we get.
I shot that Lou Reed has his Noise album on the list. Somebody else mentioned that as well, and I can't remember. Who it was.
You know what my secret favorite record on the whole list is?
Harvey Mandel.
No, people have been complaining about that one, but they are doing the soundtrack from a pinball machine. The soundtrack from Black Knight soundtrack. It's a pinball soundtrack. Come out for Record Store Day. And what you may or may not know is that Scott Ian of Anthrax and he's been in a ton of bands, wrote all that music. So it's good metal music. If you like Anthrax, if you like hard rock, that kind of era hard rock, you might want to pick it up.
Ray, I want to know if you're going to be crooning and playing guitar, singing to your wife for your anniversary, since these days coincide. So anyways, I'm sorry to interrupt, but when you were talking about that, did you hear about Vince Neil's plane crash?
Yeah, well, his plane got crashed into.
Right, but who died?
He wasn't in it.
Oh, he wasn't.
I think it was the pilot in the other plane.
Okay.
The pilot was landing or something and hit Vince Neil's plane.
Okay.
No one was in Vince Neil's plane.
The last I checked the feed last night, they hadn't released any of that information. So
I don't know much about plane accidents, but I'm guessing when a plane gets slightly dented, it's probably not very useful anymore.
I would think not.
It probably takes very little to total a plane.
Sorry about that. I'm sorry I interrupted. But
it's okay. But yeah, Ray, tell us about New Orleans. Did you? Oh, it says it was Vince Neil's girlfriend that died.
Oh, okay.
Holy crap! I didn't know that. I thought it was the pilot, but maybe I could be completely wrong. Well, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
Whitney Houston was found dead today in the Beverly Hilton Hotel. Yeah, that's too tough.
Is that record you were talking about this video game Lo-Fi?
No.
Is that the one? Oh, that's something different then.
That's something different.
Okay.
It's probably under. But anyway, the list is up. Get your vote in. I can sit here and look through this thing for 2 hours. In fact, we're going to be here pretty soon. I'm going to be dissecting all that piece by piece.
And then it's probably going to be a minute, but I'll start working on getting this stuff on the website. But there's no rush. It's 2 months away.
Yeah. We got a little time,
so, they're in breakdown mode. Yeah, I bet.
John Batiste did the national anthem.
Correct me if I'm wrong, and I probably am wrong, but isn't he from down there?
Yeah, and that's why they picked Trombone Shorty and Lauren Daigle for the American the Beautiful.
Oh, okay.
So it's all New Orleans, local. I don't know why they didn't put Lil Wayne on the halftime show, but I'm guessing that Apple Music, that's their call, because they bought that time.
Oh.
They have that. Because people were like, NFL's all about stop hate, and then you just put Kendrick Lamar on here for a whole hate track for 20 minutes. It's kind of funny. But again, it used to be Pepsi halftime show, now it's been Apple Music. So I think they pay the NFL for that, it's a 10-year contract. So Apple Music probably made that call. I doubt that it was NFL. They might get a veto power. I don't know how that works.
Oh, his girlfriend lived, but the pilot died. And then Mardi Gras is in 3 weeks. Oh my God, Ray, you're not going to get a break down there, are you? Party, party, party. Holy cow.
You guys are it's just wild down there. Just wild.
Oh, so the girlfriend's alive and broke her ribs. Oh, that's horrible. That is so painful.
Man.
Nick, where's the RSD voting?
Oh, here, I'll share it again.
Yeah, he'll share it, but if you're not on our email list, we're gonna have to probably get you on the email list. And can they just open it up from there?
Yeah, that's a link. You can just click on that
okay.
link, and it'll take you right over to it, and you can tell me what you guys want. It was on. Obviously, it's all on social medias, and we sent it out through our email, but it doesn't reach everybody.
No. Oh, look at you on this day in music history. Motley Crue fired Vince Neil. They claimed he lost his passion for the band. Not a good day for Vince Neil, it seems. And that was on today's date? No, today's date. Okay. Alrighty. So how's everybody doing? Y'all doing good out there? I hope so.
It's cold here. We're on a precipice of a storm.
Yes, we are. Our first one since who knows when. I mean,
We'll see what happens.
You got any Whitney Houston or Bobby Brown records?
Whitney Houston, yes.
Whitney Houston, yes. Bobby Brown, we would have to check. So if you want to call the store a little later. I don't think we have any Bobby Brown, but we can go ahead and take a look.
Yeah, they obviously are not going to reissue it for some obvious reasons. But we'll see, I guess. We'll see what happens. Speaking of crazy reasons, Kanye West just going manic on X the other day. He got booted from X. Mm-hmm. What's he doing?
That's a whole.
We could do a whole show on that.
No. I don't even think he deserves the time, and that's where I'm going to leave it between he and his girlfriend.
There you go. Craziness. I got an email from URP, which is a big record producer and distributor, so they're not even going to carry it anymore, which is wild. So I don't know. It's some crazy shit.
I don't know what this Nanny Lane is.
It looks like you got
it's a spammer. If you want to delete him, or if you want me to.
Good thing we got Matt.
Did you know how to do that?
We got Matt on it.
I've not signed it.
Oh, I'll do it. A report and remove unwanted misinformation, harassment.
All right. Well, should we get through some of this groovy new vinyl we got?
Yeah, you start on that, and I'm gonna delete this stuff.
Again, like I said, we got a lot of great traded in stuff. ABBA Voyage on orange clear vinyl, $20. You guys, ABBA never lasts very long around here, so that should last too long. This is a 180 gram reissue of George Harrison's 33 1/3. We got $20 on that. How about Wonderwall? And this looks like it's an import label. It's probably domestic. $18. Just some crazy good prices on some of these records. It's probably because they did a record store day version of this, and then they did a regular version of it. So there's a lot of these floating in the wild right now.
I've been reading, so I was not paying attention to you.
There's a lot of these in the wild right now, so the price is kind of low. What you got? I'll go get Matchbox 20. Yourself for Someone Like You. Red vinyl, $20. It's got Push. This has got all the big hits on it. This one's got first side, Real World, Long Day, 3 a.m. Push, Back to Good. That's just side 1. And then we got Mad Season, which is a 2 LP, but it's still $25. Black vinyl. Mike says that's a pretty good ABBA record.
Which one did you show?
Is the Arrival.
Oh. Isn't that one of their newer ones? Or am I mistaken? I can't.
It is. Voyage. It was Voyage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, ABBA always does so great here. Unfortunately, I just got a couple CDs in the other day, too, so we've got some of those on there. Lots of Rain is coming to SoCal tomorrow and Thursday. Well, you guys could probably for sure use it, huh?
I'm thinking.
Yeah. And we need the snow because, not that I want 8 inches of snow, but the farmers need it horribly, you know. So I've got John Miller, Heat Comes Down. I have never heard of this.
There's a lot of kind of different
Blue
stuff.
Clear Swirl. Oh, I gotta find some wood here.
Sylvia says there's a new Prince release coming out for Record Store Day.
Yeah, I saw that on there.
Yeah, that'll be big.
Glam Slam.
Ooh.
Yeah. I've got the last Prince one that came out for Record Store Day. It was in
the Glam 3 LP.
Oh, 3 LP? See, I hadn't got
good.
that far. Oh my God, Cheap Trick Loverboy and Night Ranger and Randy Travis. You just go to concerts all the time.
Crafty's got some good stuff.
Yeah.
Coming up. Travis, The Invisible Band, $15.
How can you see them if they're invisible?
That's a good question.
This is an AAA press by Jazz Dispensary. This is interesting. $30. Got Joe Henderson, Ailes Coltrane, Michael White, Charlie Hayden. So a bunch of stuff on there. That's pretty interesting. What label is that there? Milestone? Huh. Interesting.
Some more music from my era here. Plain White Tees. Every Second Counts on blue vinyl. $22.
Corey Wong, the lucky one. And that is $40.
Esperanza Spalding. 2 LP. Double gold vinyl. $20. Good deals.
Yeah, I'm looking at that Judas Priest one too, and the Prince. So those are 2 out of the list that I saw that grabbed my attention.
Soundtrack to Flag Day. And if you don't know who's on this thing, it's Glenn Hansard, it's Eddie Vedder, and Cat Power. I think pretty much did the whole thing. So if you like those guys, you might want to check that out. Yeah, Eddie Vedder, Cat Power.
Ocean Avenue Acoustic.
Then you have the regular album too.
Oh. So this is Yellow Card Acoustic on some cool orange vinyl there. And then we have...
That's the original album.
Yellow Card.
Ocean Avenue.
Ocean Avenue on the standard black vinyl.
Ooh, I got the nice All Things Must Pass box. $50.
Oh, that's probably the nicest one I've ever seen come in.
It's because it's the reissue.
Oh, okay.
It's the 5 LP box. These are out of print right now. You might be able to find some in some warehouses, but for the most part, they quit making these about 3 or 4 years ago. $80, 5 LPs, poster, the whole 9 yards. Box is in perfect shape, so I'm gonna try to keep it that way. What you got?
Well, Crafty, you say hi to Rick tonight if you see him, okay? Travis, Good Feeling, $18. That's a cool cover. I like that.
I got Restoration, reimagining the songs of Bernie Taupin and Elton John for $20. And it's got all these other people doing these songs. Little Big Town, Chris Stapleton, Miley Cyrus.
Oh.
Tons of people doing it.
Oh, that's interesting.
$20.
And Elton John has a record store day release coming up too. So we got the Beatles White Album for $30.
And I believe that's an orange label press. That's not a new. That's a.
And it's not the number copy.
No, it's probably like a '80s copy. James Brown, Black and Loud, reimagined, $16. I believe this was a record store day. Maybe not. $16. It's
Kind of ringing a bell.
We had it new. I just don't
we've
remember.
got Travis the Invisible Band live here now. $30. It looks like I think it's like a milky white or clear vinyl showing up there.
The Gospel Truth, 3 LP, $20. So if you're into gospel music or collecting this stuff, there is a large subset of people that do. This is on Craft Recordings, so it's going to sound really good. $20. It's an unbelievable deal on that for 3 LP.
Jimmy Heath, Love Letter, only $12 on Verve.
Taryn Wells, $16. Joy in the Morning. A lot of good deals on the morning show here.
Definitely. Steve Perry, Traces, $12.
$12. That's crazy. Blink 182, Neighborhoods. I believe this is an original. $32. 2 LP set, $32.
And another Esperanza Spalding. Is this the same one that you showed?
No, it's a different one.
Called Rapid Music Society. A 10th anniversary edition, also on Craft Recording. And this is $30. It's a gatefold. Is this 2 LPs? It feels like it is. I just want to make sure. And yes, it is at 2 LPs.
And then before we let you guys go for the day, we are going to go through. Matt has been working tirelessly on pricing all this classic used vinyl. We'll do a speed through on this stuff. We don't have to,
This one's interesting. I don't know.
We'll show off some of his work. And of course, you can always call in 815-226-1259. You can call in. You can put dibs on the show. We're easy to get a hold of.
A live stream of that whole show, the lineup. Oh, will there be? I thought, will there be or there will be? Are you talking about the concert you're going to? I'm a little confused there.
Way to go, Matt. Everyone's excited.
And
So
too
much
bad
fun,
y'all
though.
don't have smell-o-vision. These have a little musty smell
Some of them.
to them.
Some
A
of them
few
do.
of
This
them,
one doesn't.
You know, a little bit of a, yeah.
Police Ghost in the Machine. That one doesn't smell.
Midnight Express, the soundtrack. I don't even know who's in this.
So a lot of
I'm running out
these,
of
the
room
covers got a little water damage, but the LPs are perfect. So we saved them. If they were all beat up, we wouldn't save them. But when the records are perfect, sometimes you got to bend the rules. Like $8 on this greatest hits of war.
I have the Kinks Sleepwalker and $10 on that.
$6 on Best of Great George Harrison. JoJo Grunge. Got Bookends by Simon & Garfunkel with the original hype across the top. You don't see that too often.
The Police Synchronicity.
Synchronicity. That's how the song goes. If you just say that.
I never was into the Police.
Sheila E., The Glamorous Life. Which we should probably put that back on live. I think we just sold one on our website this week.
Beach Boys Endless Summer. $10 on that.
Sugarloaf. And Lucifer's Friend. Does that Don't Call Me, We'll Call You on it? It does not.
What do we have here? We have selections from the soundtrack of girl groups, The Story of the Sound. So we've got the Shangri-Las on here, Diana Ross Supremes, Mary Wells, Shirelles, the Velvelettes. Ooh, that was a tough one to spin out.
You got through it.
And a bunch of other, and this one is $20.
Joe Walsh, The Smoker You Get. The Smoker You Drink, The Player You Get. Poison, Dark Band, Ram Jam. This one's got Black Betty, and it's a promo on it. Oh, Black Betty. So, it's the first track on the album.
What do I have here? This is the big band era. And if you know anybody that wants this, you have used on here, but it is vintage sealed. So it's $15 if anybody needs a vintage sealed big band record.
People love vintage sealed. Rainbow, live on stage. Atlanta Rhythm Section. Atlantis, which apparently has a bunch of self-titled, you said? They have like several self-titled records.
Little River Band.
Little River Band.
The Best of the Move.
Oh, that's a good one.
This one's coming up as a good album.
Soft Cell, Gene Pitney, the Shirelles, Remember When.
And the British Blues Archive Series for collectors with Savoy Brown Blues Band, Eric Clapton, John Mayall, the Blues Breakers, Joanne Kelly, T.S. McPhee, and Stones Masonry. How much is this one?
There's a bunch. You have a whole series of them.
I got a whole series of them in here, apparently.
Spanky and Art Gang Greatest Hits. Tom Best of Shit, Tommy James Shondells. Ooh, here's a vintage sealed record. Ooh, it's not priced, but it's vintage sealed Hagar record. Put that over here.
Hang on, let me see if I can span these out just to kind of give
I got a vintage sealed Chipmunks in Hollywood. And we got Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. There's a bunch of kids' songs on that one.
Oh, I'm going to have Nick help. But here's all those British blues collector albums. So we got 4 of them here.
Armageddon. We got some Blue Oyster Cult coming up. This is Secret Treaties. This was an original. Here is is this Tyranny Movation? Oh, this is the self-titled. This is the first one.
Trace Hombres.
There you go.
ZZ Top.
Jesus just left Chicago, and he's heading to New Orleans.
Oh, so it's like $12-ish.
Yeah, it's a good deal.
Yeah.
Black Sabbath Sabotage. And Underground Blues. We listened to this record. It's actually really good.
Did
It's
you?
a compilation of a bunch of old blues guys.
Oh, there are some good
Yeah,
guys on there.
and it's only like $5. I mean, because it's got a little water damage. But yeah, Jimmy Reed, B.B. King, John Lee Hooker, Lightning Hopkins, Howlin' Wolf, and Elmore James.
Wow.
$5,
This
guys.
looks like a net record. I've got Brownsville Station, A Night on the Town.
Shai Coltrane? Must be, I'm guessing, relation to John.
Don't know.
The Chambers Brothers Shout, which you don't see very often. And Best of Tommy James Shondells.
A Little Richard, 20 Greatest Hits.
You got it backwards.
Little Richard, 20 greatest hits.
Kansas Leftoverture. And this is Carole King's Simple Things.
Canned Heat. Concert recorded live in Europe.
Willie Nelson's Greatest Hits, and it's got an Old Toad Hall sticker of $10.
And we'll just show the Willie Nelson Stardust right next to it, right?
Yeah. Time of the Zombies, 2 LP set. Probably the only used Zombies records we have in the whole store. I don't even think they have a divider.
We've got a Willie and Ray, and this is a promo for $4.
Felix.
For $4.50. I'm sorry.
Cavalier. Record I'm not familiar with. You know this record?
No, what record is that?
It's Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon.
With?
This one doesn't have any inserts, but it covers
mind.
a little.
It's the other one.
Okay.
Captain Beefheart, unconditionally guaranteed. Again, Beefheart stuff's hard to find. We got $16 on it.
UFO Lights Out.
For all you Cheap Trick fans, here's an ultrasonically cleaned Fuse record. Covers, but the record must be pretty darn nice if they cleaned it. Oh, there's the inner sleeve. It's probably VG Plus. It's not bad. VG Plus somewhere in there.
I have The Great Gatsby by Leslie West.
I like that.
Matt's laughing over there. We're like, oh my God, look at how my jacket was black before the show.
We
Holy
got
cow.
Emerson, Lake and Palmer, and 10 Years After. We had a bunch of 10 Years After coming in too.
I'm not getting, for some reason I need to refresh because I'm not getting comments.
Well, that's what we got for the show today. I think we can show the wall. We'll give the wall a little walkthrough, and then
How much is the Fuse? I think it was $40.
Yeah, it was $40.
$40 for Fuse.
The record, I gotta look at it again. It's probably, it's played. I'm gonna say it's.
I wouldn't put it quite a VG Plus.
No, it's probably VG. It's got a lot of little things on it. I don't know if you guys did you guys play this?
No, we need to play test it today.
It might be VG minus. But the covers, there you go. There's Rick. Rick right there. That's in his. The heck was that?
I don't know. Maybe somebody threw a stone
rock.
at the
A rock
right
fell off the
window.
ceiling. But yeah.
There's a new Cheap Trick box set coming out. Oh.
Yeah, we saw that.
You did.
There's the CD set we're able to order, but the vinyl we're not able to order yet. It's a 14 album set.
Holy cow!
It's first 14 albums basically.
Wow.
So I'm thinking we'll get a chance at that. Well, here I'll give you guys a tour of the wall here. Can I unhook this or won't that work?
Apparently, maybe we're not doing it.
No, I won't do a wall because I can't unhook it.
We'll figure the logistics out on
yeah,
that.
we'll figure that. I used to go via Wi-Fi, and now it's hardwired, so that's not gonna work. So that's something we'll have to look into for the future.
Any chance to get what reissue? Which one are you referring to? If you can just let us know or give us a call, and we'll.
I wonder if you're talking about the Fuse reissue. They did reissue this about 15, 20 years ago, but they're long gone.
Cool.
So, all right, guys. Well, that's gonna do it for today.
Yes, thank you everybody for joining and listening, and having to put up with my singing today.
Oh, it was awesome. I think everyone really enjoyed it.
I don't think so.
Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Twitch if you're new. I know we're new over here. Toad Hall Online is our website. You can find us on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. We're everywhere.
Twitch now.
Twitch.
Even though I have no idea what that is.
Yep. We're here for it. If you're into records, come check us out, guys. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.